Al, we are truly in the final act.
The final act, the road to the end of Inuyasha.
Yes. It's very weird to say.
Yep.
There's a lot of weirdness in this episode for sure.
You mean it's a speed run?
It sure is a run for sure, yes. Hello, welcome to this week's episode of Jared Now Watch Inuyasha's episode 172. I'm Jared, joined as always by Doc Allen, Ladium.
Hello.
We are discussing episode 1 of the final act, or episode 168 of the whole show. It's called Naraku's Heart.
There's some discussion of that in this episode.
There's some discussion of that, yeah. This, like you said, they are just speeding through everything. Like, the pace is crazy.
Do you see the corresponding chapters?
Yeah, I know we mentioned this when we did our last Inuyasha episode, but man, I was not expecting just like how breakneck the pace was going to be.
Yep.
For this episode.
Yep. It is speedy.
Yeah, this is the first episode of the new series. We are in 16 by 9. Even though this came out in 2009, you could say this came out like today because there's a lot of stuff that just the way anime went 16 by 9, everything kind of just looks the same nowadays, honestly. A big homogenous way of how anime is styled, so it just kind of looks like a modern day anime, even though it's 16 years old.
Yep. A few characters have new voice actors. We mentioned some of them last time.
Yeah. I didn't think Kagome sounded too different. Like, it wasn't, like, startling or anything.
Mm-hmm.
Sesshomaru's was definitely different.
Yeah.
And then...
Kohaku.
Kohaku also has a new one, which, again, that's another new voice actor for Kohaku.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yep. I don't know what it is about Kohaku that, like, they don't give that kid... Like, it's not a kid who's doing the voice actor, but they don't get the voice actor direction on how to do his lines properly.
I don't know.
It's kind of sad.
He's just very monotone for sure.
Yep, maybe that's just who he is.
Oh, he has a new voice actor in Yasuhime as well, apparently.
Well, I mean, he's in his 30s by then.
Yeah, but still, it's his fourth different voice actor.
I mean, when you have a dude who hasn't gone through puberty yet, and then you have a 32, 33, something like that, year old, like, the voice gotta sound a little bit different.
Sure.
And also, he's just stupid hot by then.
As you've made mention previous times in this series.
I'm gonna keep mentioning it because it's ridiculous. Why'd they make him stupid hot? I don't remember, and I'm not gonna rewatch Yasuhime to find out, but I'm kind of curious on if his voice actor in that is also monotone.
Yeah, I wonder.
I mean, go to Kohaku's wiki and click on adult. Look at that.
Hang on, let me look. Adult. I mean, he just kind of looks... He's got more of a ponytail.
He's got a nice scar across his nose.
And he looks a little angrier. He looks basically kind of the same.
No, he doesn't.
Yeah, he does. He just got a scar on his face.
No.
It just looks mean.
He also looks...
collar.
He looks older.
Hmm.
Go back to anime and tell me that doesn't look older.
Yeah, he's got a little bit of a tan.
A little bit of a tan.
He looks basically the same.
I mean, I guess spoilers for you that, like, he survives this
Well,
series.
I mean, I knew that because you kept mentioning, wow, he gets hot in the sequel series. Wow, he gets hot. He just looks the same.
I don't know about that.
Anyways, let's talk about this episode because
Okay,
there's a lot going on.
Yep.
Apparently they just put Goryomaru in a cage.
Yep.
And Kagura's watching after him while Naraku and Kana are just off by themselves doing their own thing. And then Hakudoshi's like, hey, we don't break this guy out. What if we all betray Naraku?
Yeah, so they don't really build up or address that very much.
No.
It's kind of weird.
So that's just the thing now. Moroku has Shippo transform into himself so he can go off and do his own thing, but then immediately gets caught.
Yep. He also just, like, stares at his crotch at one point.
He's got to make sure everything looks the same.
He can't even see that. It's under his robes.
He's got to make sure. Kagome's back home taking an exam. She doesn't understand anything because obviously she has been gone for a bajillion years and hasn't had time to study.
Right.
Her friends are just outside the classroom just chilling, and then here comes Inuyasha sliding through.
To be fair, that didn't look like middle school. I mean, like freshman year, basically, math to me.
Yeah, she's struggling, and then Inuyasha's like, I'm coming to get her! And then she's very upset by the fact that he came and got her, and he sits her, or she sits him, and then the teacher's like, yeah, you didn't get any question right. And she's like, oh, God. She gets carried home by Inuyasha as he's walking on the top of the fence.
Yep.
And then they go back to the feudal era where he's like, I will beat up these entrance exams for you. And she's like, you can't do this. And he's like, no, I will do it. I have never heard of a weak demon like the entrance exam. I bet I could beat it. I mean, it's probably as weak as Jockin. Poor Jockin catching strays.
Catching strays.
So we see Sesshomaru in the gang, and Sesshomaru's like, hey, what's up with the crystal? Doing anything? And Jockin's like, nope. I'm going to monologue a bit, but they're just going to leave me.
And then Ren sings like a song about him getting left behind.
Yep.
I was like, dang, okay.
Inuyasha and Kagome are going back to meet up with everyone else. She drops all of her books, and then here come the bees and Hakudoshi show up. And then they just like take the one jewel shard that Kagome had, and they're like, oops, see you later.
Bye.
But Kagome's like, oh, we'll get it back. I can still sense it. It's fine. Kohaku's hunting some strong demons on the orders of Naraku. He cuts off a big wolf's head, who then the head flies off. He destroys the head, and then a little tiny thing flies off. And he's trying to get it, but then he spots a kid, and a kid's dad shows up, and then the dad's like, hey, your arm's hurt. You okay? And the dad treats the wound, and he's like, there you go. Does it hurt? He's like, nah. And then the kid comes back, but is possessed with a demon and tries to kill the dad and wounds him. And Kohaku's like, don't, nope, that's not your kid. He's possessed. Don't do anything. Don't do anything stupid.
Don't do it. I do think it's funny, though, you're talking about the big wolf head thing that got cut off. It just, like, zooms away after the head gets cut. It's like, I gotta go, bye.
Yep. Kohaku's able to get the demon out of the kid.
Yep, flings it off of his face.
And then it is killed by Kagura's wind blades as Kagura shows up, and she tries to fight Kohaku, even though she's like, I know where Naraku's heart is, now I gotta kill you. And Kohaku's like, huh? Excuse me? We see Koga for the first time in ages.
Yeah, I don't remember the last time we saw him.
They're just running around, and then they run into the big butt man.
The big butt man.
Moriomaru.
He has a voice now.
Yes, and then he gets kicked in half by Koga.
Yep.
And then flies away after taking a little bit more damage. Or he gets hit by the sacred arrow. That's what happens. Then he has to run away. Mm-hmm. And then Koga's boys are like, "Is that Kagome?" And Koga's like, "Nah, not her." And it's Kikyo. She's like, "Oh, I have no energy. Oh no."
Oh no.
Kagura and Kohaku are fighting, and it's still very confusing why they're fighting.
She's like, "I need your jewel shard." He's like, "Just take me, like."
Let me die.
I just want to die, man. Like, I've done some bad things. I remember everything. Like, whether I was under his control or not, I still did those things, and I don't want to have to live with that.
And then they have a talk about Naraku's heart, and then Naraku's just watching the conversation through the mirror. And then Hakudoshi shows up and is mad at Kagura and starts to fight her, and then Inuyasha runs in to save her from getting hit. Mm-hmm. With her own attack. Mm-hmm. Just a whole bunch of stuff happening. Sangha goes after Kohaku because he's left. And then everyone's just like, why are you all fighting? Aren't you supposed to be on the same side? What's going on? And then Goryomaru shows up, and then he turns into Moriomaru, which I guess is sure.
Yeah.
All right. Hakudoshi gives him the jewel shard that they stole, and then he gets a little tummy wound healed, and he sends him off to go get Kohaku. And Inuyasha adamant barrages at Hakudoshi, who just does a little teleport and then grabs Kagura from behind, And he's just like, ha ha ha, I've been using you as a shield. Naraku won't let me have anything bad happen to me. He likes me. Ha 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 ha. And then immediately the barrier around him goes away, and then he gets hit with an attack, and he's just like he's just a little head. And he's like, what's happening? Why am I getting attacked? This is weird.
The bees show up at one point, and then they're like, you know what? Never mind. We gotta go. And he's like,
Yeah.
wait. Why are you protecting me? Hello?
Moroku gets to be useful.
Yeah, he does.
And uses the wind tunnel and sucks up Hakudoshi, and Hakudoshi is donezo.
I still feel like that can't be healthy for you.
No, but he's also sucked up a lot of other stuff.
Yeah, true.
He sucked up a lot of bees as well, and those are definitely not bad for him, or definitely not good for him, excuse me.
Yeah, no, you're right.
But yeah. Back-to-back things where Moroku got to be useful.
Yay!
This is probably as good as it's going to get for him for the time being.
Yeah, no joke.
So yeah, Hakudoshi's out of the picture, and they're kind of just like, do you think Naraku just let us kill Hakudoshi? And she's like, yeah, that's probably what happened.
Yeah, definitely what happened, but whatever. Win's a win.
Kagome's like, hey, Kagura, you want to come hang out with us? She's like, no. And she's like, I'll get your heart back for you. And she's like, I don't know about that. Kohaku's hiding from Sango, and then Moriyomaru shows up and is like, haha, I've got you. Here's my little baby hand.
Oh, the baby hand touching his thigh was weird.
I'm going to get your jewel shard. And then Sango shows up and helps him, and they're able to drive Moriyomaru away.
But she's like, you remember, because he yells out, sister.
Yes. And he's like, I gotta go die because I did bad things. And they're like, no, you don't have to do that. Shippo's like, hey, Moroku, it looks like you wouldn't be able to replace the hole in Sango's heart of Kohaku. And he's like, well, you couldn't replace me either in there. And then we end the episode with Kikyo just hanging out, and then some monks show up, and she's like, wait, you guys can see me? That's weird. Anyways, I'm not doing so well. Oofa doofa. And then Kana recites her poem again at the end of the episode.
Yeah.
We got some trivia for this episode.
Hit me.
This is the first episode in the English dub that did not have the opening credits, title card, or end credits translated. Yeah, makes sense. There is a gap between the last episode and this one, which would have explained what is going on now. The part where Naraku shows Kagura the prisoner she's meant to guard with her life and is surprised that it is Goryomaru has been ignored. And
also Hakudoshi deciding he's going to betray Naraku.
Yeah.
That part was just kind of whoop.
The plot of the episode is rather mangled from the manga chapters it's based on. Kohaku wasn't attacked for a shard during his hunt for demons. Kagura originally supplied bandits with Goryo urns to serve as a distraction. Hakudoshi wasn't waiting at the Bone Eater's well for Inuyasha and Kagome. Goryomaru threatened to absorb Kagura if she didn't obey him. Koga had already met Moriyomaru, albeit in his first form by this time. Goryomaru attacked Sango first, and then Kohaku attacked Goryomaru. The demon that possessed Taichi, the little kid, also possessed a boar after, and that demon was killed by Sango's poison powder rather than Kagura's dance of blades.
I mean, they just kind of streamlined it. It makes sense.
Yeah. Of course, as we mentioned before, this the fourth movie was aired between this episode and the previous episode. Kagome's friends oddly do not question what happened when she yells "sit" to punish Inuyasha.
I mean, they should probably just expect weird with those two at this point.
As Inuyasha is transporting Kagome back to the temple, he's walking on top of a fence like Ranma, another Rumiko Takahashi character.
Ah, so it was a reference.
A reference.
I was wondering why he was being a weirdo walking on the fence.
But yes, that's going to do it for us this week. Next time, we'll be discussing episode 2 of the final act entitled Kagura's Win. Things are probably not going to go good for her.
No, she'll be fine. It's just about Kagura farting.
And again, another bajillion chapters we're going to be just streamlining into an episode.
Yeah, definitely. Also, you've already been spoiled on this once, but it was a long time ago.
Yeah, I do know kind of what's happening here.
Okay.
But yeah. We'll see all that next time. But for now, if you'd like more from us, head on over to seasonlanimecheckup.com or sac.cool is where you can find past episodes of this podcast and other podcasts like Jared, or not, that's this podcast, like Season Anime Checkup OVA. You can also find columns and reviews on the site as well. If you'd like more from Ann Ladium, go to annladium.com. She's got columns and reviews. You can follow us on Twitter and TikTok at Anime Checkup. Follow us on Blue Sky, seasonlanimecheckup.com. You can buy our books, One Shiny Moment, A Critical Analysis of Love, Life, Sunshine, Hot Tubs, and Pac-Man on Amazon.com. And get us on Patreon, patreon.com/SACOVA. So join us next time as things are looking really good for Kagura.
I'm sure they'll be fine.